So, I'm Mr. Judgment. See this new video from WBW on their YouTube page. It's about the Lords of the Ring talking smack. Three of the ugliest sorry excuse for human waste I've ever seen in my life. You've got one guy, MP3. Nobody uses MP3s anymore, so he's irrelevant. Just like he was obviously irrelevant at the event I was at because he was too chicken shit to get into the ring with Mr. Judgment. And then you have this guy named Joe Tattersall, who supposedly runs the place, who's got his own freaking gravitational pull. And then you have James Rush, who is probably the single ugliest person I've ever seen in my freaking life. My big toe looks better than him, and I've got crust on it. So, the thing is that Mr. Judgment showed up at WBW in Wilkes-Barre, shithole USA, and Mr. Judgment proceeded to do what he does best, and that is take control of that ring, take control of that crowd, and win, and decimate, and embarrass your sorry asses. James Rush, hell of a wrestler, hell of a grappler. You put me in some submission holds that I've never been put in before, and all the years I've been wrestling. But in the end, it was Judgment Slam, 1, 2, 3. And then that was all we heard of the Lords of the Ring, Lords of the Toilet Ring, if you ask me, pieces of garbage. So, they want to talk smack, say how I'm 40 years old, I'm 35 years old. I'm younger than all of that. And you know what, the point is, it doesn't matter how old or how young you are. I can still whip each and every one of your asses when I'm freaking old and crawling in a goddamn walker. That doesn't even matter. Because the fact of the matter is this. I came up to your ring and whipped your sorry asses, and now it hurts. It burns inside you. You have a guy who didn't show up, a guy who came out to the ring and everybody was sucked in, and then you had a guy who I faced who actually did it better than I thought in James Rush, who actually should be your WBW champion, because PvP is the worst sorry excuse for a freaking wrestler I've ever seen in my life. And I do agree with one thing you said. He is the most unoriginal piece of trash I've ever heard of and ever seen of. I watched this guy wrestle in both matches that he competed in, and he did not have one original move. But that's okay. That's okay. Us people that have been around for a long time can come up with our own moves on a whim. Just like I can come up with this promo on a whim. So, Lords of the Ring, you wanna cast stones into the fire? That's all right, because this fire is gonna burn each and every one of your asses. So, I'll be waiting for a response, Lords of the Ring. Or if you feeling froggy, August 6th, Judgment Day, bring your asses down to a real ring, and we'll see what happens. Courtesy of Mr. Judgment.